When we think of immense wealth in Mexico, our minds often jump to the headlines, to the publicly celebrated titans of industry whose names are synonymous with their brands. But beyond those familiar figures, a different, more discreet story of wealth, resilience, and profound influence has been quietly shaping the nation for generations. This is a story of dynasties, not just fortunes. These aren't simply some of the richest families in the country. They are lineages that have built and continue to build the very foundations of modern Mexico. In the bustling, high-altitude heart of Mexico City, and stretching across the nation's most powerful industries, from the textiles we wear to the buildings we work in, a small, determined community has cultivated fortunes that rival any in the world. Their narrative is a powerful thread in the intricate fabric of Mexico's history. Many arrived in waves over the last century, fleeing the violent embers of a collapsing Ottoman Empire or the long, dark shadow of persecution in Europe. They often landed with little more than the clothes on their backs, a fierce, unyielding ambition, and a will to not only survive, but to build something that would last. Their collective story is a testament to the power of a fresh start, a powerful chronicle of turning profound adversity into almost unimaginable success. It is a story of how a deep-seated cultural emphasis on family, community, and perseverance can become the blueprint for creating multi-generational empires. Imagine starting as a door-to-door salesman, walking the dusty roads of a new country with a suitcase of goods, and ending your journey as the mastermind behind a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Picture arriving as a refugee from a war-torn continent and eventually creating a brand that finds its way into nearly every home in your adopted nation. These are not plot points from a novel. These are the real-life arcs of some of the families we're about to discuss. Their stories are the hidden pillars of the Mexican economy, the invisible engines driving entire sectors. So today, we are pulling back the curtain. We are going beyond the public ledgers and delving into the human stories behind the numbers. We are counting down 10 of the wealthiest and most influential Jewish families and individuals with deep Mexican roots. We will explore how they transformed humble, often painful, beginnings into billion-dollar empires that continue to shape and define the nation's economic and cultural landscape. But before we begin our countdown of modern fortunes, it is impossible to understand the present without first honoring the past. To speak of Jewish history in Mexico, one must speak of the Carvajal family. Their legacy isn't measured on any contemporary wealth list, but its value is, in a word, priceless. Their story sets a 500-year-old precedent for everything that followed. Arriving during the Spanish colonial era, they were among the very first Sephardic Jewish settlers in the New World. The family patriarch, Luis de Carvajal y de la Cueva, was a fascinating and complex figure, a Portuguese-born conquistador of Converso lineage. This meant his family had been forced to convert to Catholicism, but was suspected of practicing Judaism in secret. He received a charter from the Spanish crown to found the new Kingdom of Leon, a vast territory in what is now northeastern Mexico. This region, under his governance, became an unlikely and remote haven for other crypto Jews, those who lived a public Catholic life while secretly preserving their Jewish faith and traditions behind closed doors. It was a life of dual identity, a constant, precarious balance. Imagine a community building its commercial foundations while living under the ever-present threat of discovery. Ultimately, that threat became a tragic reality. The long arm of the Spanish Inquisition reached into their remote sanctuary, and the Carvajal family, including Luis's own sister and nephews, were brutally persecuted for their secret faith. Though their haven was destroyed and their family broken by the horrors of the Inquisition, the Carvajals left an indelible mark. They laid a 500-year-old foundation of commerce, tenacity, and unimaginable resilience. Their story is a powerful, tragic echo that reverberates through the centuries, a testament to a spirit that refused to be extinguished and one that prefigured the perseverance of the generations who would follow them. Number 10, the Becker family. We begin our list not with a titan of industry, but with a titan of the arts, because wealth is not always measured in dollars and cents. The Becker family represents a different, yet profoundly influential form of riches, cultural capital. While actor Kuno Becker's individual net worth, estimated around $8 million, doesn't place him in the same league as the billionaires to come, his family's story highlights a crucial aspect of the Jewish community's contribution to Mexico. Kuno Becker became an international face of Mexican cinema with his starring role in the global hit film series Goal. But his talent didn't emerge from a vacuum. He hails from a family with deep, branching roots in the artistic soul of the nation. Most notably, his grand aunt was the one and only Maria Felix, La Doña, arguably the most iconic and powerful actress of the golden age of Mexican cinema. Her influence is legendary. The Becker family's legacy demonstrates how cultural wealth, influence in film, music, and art can shape a nation's identity and its image on the world stage. They prove that an empire can be built not just of concrete and steel, but of stories, performances, and images that define a culture for generations. Their influence is a vibrant thread in the national tapestry, reminding us that contributing to a country's soul is a form of wealth all its own. Number 9, the Lieberman family. The Lieberman family name is a fixture in Mexico's elite business landscape, but you may not hear it shouted from the rooftops. Theirs is a story of quiet, patient power, of building immense wealth through savvy, long-term industrial plays rather than flashy, high-profile ventures. They represent the steady hand that guides essential industries, operating with a discretion that belies their enormous influence. Their power is most deeply felt in the foundational sectors of manufacturing and chemicals. These are the industries that produce the building blocks of a modern economy, the unsung heroes of the commercial world. The Liebermans have been key players and strategic investors in massive companies, including the consumer goods giant, now known as Reckitt. This is the global force behind household names so common they feel like part of the furniture. Brands like the disinfectant Lysol, the stain remover Vanish, and many others. By maintaining a lower public profile, the Lieberman family has focused on strategy over celebrity. They exemplify the idea that true, lasting power doesn't always need the spotlight. Through generations of shrewd investments and a deep understanding of the industrial backbone of the economy, they have cemented their status as one of Mexico's most formidable and influential Jewish families, proving that the quietest players often hold the strongest hands. Number 8, the Chernitzky family. In the fast-moving, trend-driven world of fashion, the Chernitzky family has built a powerful and remarkably resilient empire. Their story is a classic tale of immigrant grit and commercial vision, tracing its origins back to Eastern Europe. Fleeing uncertainty, the family put down new roots in Mexico and methodically began to weave themselves into the nation's textile and fashion industry. Their crowning achievement is the brand LOB, which stands for Lucky Original Brand. For decades, LOB has been a major player in Mexican retail, a familiar name with stores anchoring shopping malls across the country. The Chernitzkys didn't just build a brand, they built a vertically integrated empire. This means they control the entire process, from sourcing materials and manufacturing garments to marketing and selling them in their own retail stores. This model gives them immense control over quality, cost, and the ability to react swiftly to the notoriously fast-paced cycles of the fashion world. Their success is a masterclass in identifying a market, building a brand from the ground up, and sustaining it for decades against a constant onslaught of international competition. The Chernitsky family's story is a testament to the power of focus, proving that by mastering a single industry with relentless dedication, a family can dress a nation and build a fortune in the process. Number 7, Daniel Lubetzky. Daniel Lubetzky represents a new breed of global entrepreneur, one whose success story is deeply rooted in his Mexican Jewish heritage, but whose impact is felt worldwide. Born and raised in Mexico City, he is the son of a Lithuanian Jewish Holocaust survivor, and this history was the forge in which his worldview was shaped. He inherited not just an entrepreneurial spirit, but a profound understanding of both humanity's fragility and its capacity for resilience. Though he is now also a U.S. citizen, Lubetzky channeled that unique background into a simple but revolutionary idea. He founded Kind, the snack company that completely disrupted the food industry by creating healthy, transparent, and convenient options. He didn't just create a snack bar. He created a new category and a brand built on a philosophy of social good. That vision paid off spectacularly. In 2020, the food conglomerate Mars acquired a major stake in Kind, a deal that valued the company at an astonishing $5 billion. With a personal net worth now estimated at over $2.2 billion, Daniel Lubetzky has become a globally recognized figure. As a recurring investor on the hit show Yes, Shark Tank, he now plays the role of mentor and kingmaker, investing in the next generation of entrepreneurs. Lubetzky's journey proves that a powerful vision, born from a uniquely Mexican Jewish heritage, can truly take over the world. The Kalash family at number 6, we encounter a family that embodies old school industrial might. The Kalash family, the undisputed kings of Mexico's massive textile industry. At the helm of this empire is Rafael Kalash Mizrahi, who presides over Grupo Caltex, a colossal and deeply integrated company that is a universe unto itself. The scale of Caltex is difficult to overstate. It is a company that does everything. They spin the yarn, weave the fabric, dye the cloth, and manufacture finished garments for some of the biggest global brands in the world, including giants like Tommy Hilfiger. Their operations are so vast that they are one of the single largest importers of U.S. cotton in all of Latin America, making them a critical player in international trade. Despite the sheer size of their empire, the Kalash family is famously, almost obsessively private. They deliberately avoid the glare of billionaire lists and public speculation, preferring to let their work speak for itself. While their personal wealth is not publicly declared, their company's revenues are consistently in the billions. Their story is the quintessential example of building an industrial powerhouse from the ground up, a company that has literally woven itself into the fabric of the nation's economy and its relationship with the world. Number 5, the Ashar family. The story of the Ashar dynasty is nothing short of a masterclass in the art of branding. It's a narrative that shows how a single, simple product can become an indelible part of a nation's identity. The journey began when the family patriarch immigrated to Mexico from Syria. Like many immigrants of his generation, he started small, opening a humble hardware store. But in that store was a seed of genius. That single storefront was the beginning of what would become Comex, the paint company that would go on to add color to virtually every corner of Mexico. For decades, led by visionary figures like Marcos Achar Levy, the family grew Comex from a local business into a retail juggernaut. They didn't just sell cans of paint, they sold aspiration. Their brilliant marketing with the iconic slogan, El Color de Mexico, connected their brand to a sense of national pride. Comex became the go-to choice for painting homes, schools, churches, and businesses, making their color palettes the visual backdrop of daily life for millions. Their decades of hard work, brilliant strategy, and relentless focus culminated in a monumental moment in 2014. The family sold Comex to the American giant PPG Industries for a staggering $2.3 billion. It was the crowning achievement of a journey that began in a small hardware store. A powerful testament to how a family with a clear vision can paint an entire nation with their success. Number 4, the Faslicht family. The Faslicht family, and particularly its patriarch Marcos Faslicht Sackler, operates at the highest echelons of Mexican society, wielding significant influence in both business and philanthropy. Their power is less about a single monolithic company and more about strategic positioning, deep connections, and a formidable network of alliances. As a prominent and respected member of the Jewish community, Faslicht has cultivated deep ties within some of Mexico's most important sectors, most notably real estate and hospitality, where much of their fortune is anchored. However, their influence extends far beyond their own ventures. Marcos Faslicht is famously the father-in-law of Emilio Azcárraga Jean, the former CEO and current chairman of Televisa, Mexico's largest and most powerful media company. This connection placed the family at the nexus of business, media, and politics, a position of unparalleled influence in shaping public discourse. The family's story also includes a connection by marriage to the Sackler family of the United States, a name associated with immense wealth and, more recently, significant controversy. The original script notes this part of their story as complex, highlighting how global family networks can be intricate and carry multifaceted histories. The Faslichts represent a modern form of power, one built not just on what you own, but on who you know, where you are positioned, and how you leverage that network for business acumen, strategic partnerships, and social engagement. Number 3, the Elman family. Entering our top 3, we meet the undisputed contemporary kings of Mexican real estate, the Elman brothers. Moises, Andre, and Max Elman Arazi are the visionaries behind a company that has physically and permanently reshaped the country's skyline. They are the founders of Fibra Uno, better known as Funo, which is Mexico's first and largest real estate investment trust, REIT. Since launching Funo in 2011, their rise has been nothing short of meteoric. In just over a decade, they assembled a colossal portfolio of over 600 properties across the country. This isn't just any collection of buildings, it's a strategic empire of prime commercial real estate. We're talking about some of Mexico City's most iconic shopping centers, the places where millions of people shop and socialize. We're talking about the gleaming office towers that house the country's top corporations. With Fibra Uno's total assets valued at over $20 billion, the Elman brothers have constructed an empire of steel, glass, and concrete on an almost unimaginable scale. They saw an opportunity in the market to consolidate and professionalize real estate investment in Mexico, and they seized it with breathtaking speed and aggression. Their vision has not only generated immense wealth, but has fundamentally altered the urban landscape, making them the literal landlords of modern Mexico. Number 2, the Beckman family. At number 2, we find a family whose name is intrinsically linked with the spirit of Mexico itself, the Beckman family, the owners and guardians of Jose Cuervo. Tequila is more than a drink. It's a global symbol of Mexican culture, and the Beckmans control its most iconic brand. While the family's patriarch, Juan Francisco Beckman Vidal, is a descendant of the original Cuervo founder from the 18th century, he was the one who transformed the family business into a global spirits behemoth. Today, his heirs, including his daughter Karen Beckman Legarreta, are helping to steer the massive empire. Their parent company, Beckler, is a publicly traded powerhouse, one of the largest spirits companies in the world. Though the family's Jewish heritage is a part of their diverse and storied family background, their primary identity is woven into this quintessentially Mexican legacy. They are stewards of a national treasure, While their collective net worth fluctuates with the markets, it consistently places them in the multi-billion-dollar stratosphere, making them one of the very richest families in all of Mexico, period. Their story is a unique blend of deep history, national identity, and modern corporate power, proving that the most valuable asset one can control is a name synonymous with the nation. The Saba family. At number 1, we have the dynasty that has long set the benchmark for wealth and influence within the Mexican Jewish community, the Saba family. For decades, their name has been whispered with a sense of awe, representing the pinnacle of commercial success and strategic power. The family's legendary patriarch, Isaac Saba Raful, was the architect of this empire. His story is a powerful immigrant epic. His family arrived in Mexico from the ancient city of Aleppo, Syria, starting their new life with almost nothing. Their first venture was a small rag business in the port city of Veracruz. From those incredibly humble beginnings, Isaac Saba, through sheer force of will and brilliant business acumen, built a diversified, multi-billion-dollar empire. He constructed his conglomerate, Grupo Casa Saba, on 3 powerful pillars: textiles, real estate, and most notably, pharmaceuticals. His move into pharmaceuticals and distribution was a masterstroke, giving him immense influence over the health and wellness of the nation. At the time of his death in 2008, his personal net worth was estimated to be over $2 billion. His sons took the reins of this colossal enterprise, continuing a legacy of shrewd investment and quiet dominance that has kept the Saba name at the absolute apex of Mexican wealth and power. Their journey from selling rags in Veracruz to presiding over a multifaceted industrial and pharmaceutical empire remains the ultimate story of turning a migrant's dream into a dynasty. From the persecuted crypto Jews of the colonial era to the modern titans of global industry, the stories of these 10 families are about so much more than just money. They are powerful, sweeping narratives of resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship, of visionary ambition, and of generations of unrelenting hard work. They arrived in a new country, often with nothing, and didn't just build businesses for themselves. They helped build the modern Mexican economy. They created legacies that are now woven deeply into the nation's social and cultural fabric. You can see their influence in the buildings that define city skylines, feel it in the fabrics sold in department stores, taste it in the nation's most iconic spirit, and find it in the paint that colors homes and schools. Their collective journey is a profound and inspiring reminder that behind the towering figures of great wealth, there are often even greater, more human stories of migration, of struggle, and of astonishing, world-changing success. The journeys of these families are deeply intertwined with the history and identity of Mexico itself. Each story offers a different blueprint for success. Was it the branding genius of the Achars with comics, the real estate dominance of the Elman brothers, or the global vision of Daniel Lubetsky with Kind? Which family story did you find most inspiring? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Mexico's hidden dynasties, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the world of wealth and power.